of play obviously is not what we've seen in past weeks. I miss the enthusiasm and the noise of the crowd more than anything else.
I miss that, and the other thing that I miss are the stars. I think, you know, you can talk about these games, and they're really not bad players. They're guys who were in training camps, and they've just come back, and they're trying to get a team together, and that's what it looks like. But the thing that they'll never have is the stars, you know, and that's the thing that you always see. I mean, you want to see the Danny Whites, and you want to see the Ken O'Briens and the Freeman McNeils and those guys, and no matter how good the football is or how good the football isn't, you still need the stars that you hook onto, and that's the thing you remember.
I'm amazed, although it is rather cool, at the kind of condition, the physical shape these players are in.
Well, you know, most of these players, I know that we were talking about, you know, what were you doing when you got the call? Were you doing this funny job or some kind of thing? And most of these guys were just working out, waiting for the call, thinking that this was going to happen and that they were going to be back.
And none of them, amazingly, ever gave up the idea that someday they would play football again.
And you know what I like about the first half is one good thing that came out of that is there's been no injuries or very few injuries. I mean, that's one thing that no one wants to see is a bunch of guys come out here, get ready in a short time, and go out and get hurt.
We keep hearing all kind of rumors about the strike being settled, but thus far we haven't got anything that would make it a definitive statement.
Well, I think the big thing is at least they're meeting tomorrow night. All 28 player reps are meeting tomorrow night, and I think that will be the start of something.
Okay, CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League will continue after this message and a word from your local station.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Liberty Mutual for your personal insurance, business insurance, and financial service needs. And by Northwest. Look who gives you more of the world from more of the USA. Look to Northwest.
Back at Giant Stadium, ready to start the second half. Dallas 24, the Jets 10. Ragusa to kick it off. David Adams. Adams fumble. Scramble. Jets have it.
I watched Chirico all the way down, and he got blocked. Watch him right there in the middle of the screen. He's going to get blocked and knocked down. He was knocked right out of the frame. He got up off his back. Watch him. He's coming back in here, and look what he finds. So that's the thing. You can get blocked. You can get knocked down. That's not bad. You just don't stay down.
Dykes made the hit that knocked the ball loose from Adams. First and 10 Jets at the Dallas 34. Eddie Hunter was the ball carrier. Stopped by Randy White.
I see we have a new offensive lineman in there. Jasper. He's in there for someone. Looks like he's playing center. Wonder if something, no? He's left guard, isn't he?
Right guard, 2nd and 6. Stopped by Tommy Haynes, but he got enough for a first down. Picked up 10.
Hey, Jasper went in on that play. Watch him. He's a right guard. He's going to pull across the center. He's going to go through the hole and then turn up. Look, he just seals off. That's a seal block. Boom. The back's right in behind him. Picks up another 8-10 yards.
Just let us know how many people are in attendance. 12,370. Capacity is almost 77,000. Chirico over the right side.
Chirico was one of those guys we talked about. He was from Columbia. 3 years there, didn't win a game. And he's coming here with the Jets now, trying to get that face mask straightened out. But he was in the camp with the Jets this year. I mean, he didn't just walk in here. I mean, he had been with the Jets in training camp.
So he knew the system.
And he's probably a smart guy. I mean, he probably learned the system like 2 hours.
Probably. 2nd and 7. Norrie intended for Holman. Armstrong, the defender. And I guess he caught it.
Armstrong was arguing against. Armstrong is one of those quick defensive backs. The only thing is he's a little short. He's only about 5'8" or so, but has good speed, quickness, and coverage, and he just doesn't get his right hand. Watch him. He throws his right hand across the body. It went right through both hands. I'm sorry. It just went right through him. I was going to say it looked like it went underneath his right, but he had the left there, too.
A gain of 13. It's 1st and goal. Jets at the 4. And Norrie doesn't like the lineup and calls a timeout.
You know, one thing that you can't get in, and that's Zeke Bratkowski there, I'm sure is telling him that, is it's tough to get an audible system in. I mean, one thing, you can get these guys together, you can teach them plays, but if the defense lines up the wrong way, it's tough to audibilize into another play and away from the one you call.
Norrie still over on the sideline in conversation. Just over 12 minutes left to play 3rd quarter.
It was a tough audible. It took that long to straighten it out.
He's still discussing.
Well, I think they know what defense they're in now, and it took a while to explain the defense to them, and then the coaches to talk about it, maybe talk to someone in the booth and decide what play they wanted to call in the huddle. That's assuming Dallas is in the same defense they were in the last time.
Which in all likelihood they will be. It confused them once. Maybe it'll confuse them again. Don't care who's playing for the Bears. They get a lot of sacks. 11 today. Eddie Hunter, the ball carrier, hit right at the line of scrimmage by Dale Jones.
All that time talking about that play, and that's all they came up with? You'd think there'd be something exotic. When they go there and they talk to coaches talk in the booth, telephone, computers, they run off tackle.
They're on the 3. Touchdown.
Jericho does know how to celebrate. That's a real power. Look, they take a motion man over here. So they have Jasper as a tight end, an extra guy here, now another blocker. 3 blockers here. They outflank him, boom, 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 get the ball out there. See the outside guy? The guy in motion. Now they got him outflanked on this side. Now they pull the guard and just power that thing in. That will foul up a team that hasn't practiced a lot together. You get them outflanked.
Ragusa hits the extra point, and it's 24-17. Dallas leading the Jets with 11:29 left to play in the 3rd quarter. But the Jets creep closer. (24-17). Dallas leading the Jets at Giant Stadium. Both teams have gotten 10 points off turnovers. Jets have scored the last 2 times they had the ball. Wants it to be at the end of the first half, and now Ragusa will kick off.
You know, Kevin Sweeney has only completed 4 passes today, and 2 of them have been for touchdowns.
Short kick. Handled by Spivey at the 9-yard line. And the Jets do a good job on special teams. Flag down back where they kicked off.
Boy, they formed a mountain out there. Did you see that at the end?
A lot of them got there in a hurry.
They just started piling, and then they had a hill. Hey, watch this touchdown. They really seal this side off. They get 1, 2, 3 blockers out there in front. Then they all seal back to the inside. Of course, John Chirico takes it in the end zone.
They're offsides on the kick, so they'll bring it back and do it again.
Probably why they had so many of them forming a mountain. I'll tell you, you have to like this, so you tell everyone get to the ball, all you guys. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think there were 12 or 13 of them I counted there.
Too many.
But they're talking about doing it again now, how they're going to do it again.
Don't forget, next Saturday, there's great college football action as CBS Sports presents the #1 team in the nation, Barry Switzer's Oklahoma Sooners. They travel down to the Cotton Bowl to take on the Longhorns of Texas. Next Saturday live at 2:30 Eastern Time, right here on CBS.
I wonder what happens to Florida State now. Yeah, they got beat by Miami. They didn't go for the tie. They went for it and didn't make it. You know, the difference between going and not making it, where does that put you in the rankings, I wonder?
They'll still be in the top 10, I think.
Yeah, they deserve it. They're a good team. Both of them. I mean, they're 2 top teams play each other.
Yeah. Spivey this time. And again, he's hustled down at the 25. A return of 19. Derek Foster was the man down to make the stop, number 23. Houston leading Denver 20-10, and Green Bay over Minnesota 20-7. And these games will count in the standings.
You know, you don't know who's any good and who's not and compared to what and all that, but Minnesota was supposed to be one of the last teams that got started, and everyone kind of agreed that they could have the worst group of replacement players.
Alvin Blunt didn't get much. Hazlitt on the stop. And again, a little shoving match breaks out, and a flag goes up.
You see that official, he jumped in there to break up the fight, threw his body in, and called a penalty at the same time. I'll tell you, that was pretty good. That was number 104.
Offsetting personal foul, 37 offense, 96 defense. After the play, the down counts. Second down.
Watch the official come in there. Dale Hammer will be at the end of the play, number 104. Watch him. Now he's going to come in right there, and he breaks it up and throws the flag at the same time. That's good. That's good action. The fight referee couldn't do that.
2nd and 8.
Left tackle move.
Darrell Smith. That was Gastineau who jumped into the backfield and wrapped up Sweeney.
Darrell Smith, the last time he moved, he got in a fight with Gastineau. Watch him at the end of the line there. See that hand move down there? Here comes Gastineau. That's Darrell Smith's second premature movement.
2nd down and 13. The ball back at the 23-yard line. Cornell Burbage, the intended receiver from Sweeney. Dallas has been penalized 9 times for 45 yards. The Jets 4 for 76.
Something doesn't seem right about that. You have twice as many penalties for half as many yards. That's a new phone Tom Landry has this year, where he can talk. When they're on offense, he talks to the offensive side, and he clicks it over and talks to the defensive coaches when they go to defense.
Here comes the jet blitz. Sweeney lofts it up in the air to Burbage, who comes down with it. That's his second outstanding catch of the day, and a gain of 27.
I don't know what kind of throw that was by Kevin Sweeney, though. He just took the ball and he threw it straight up in the air like an alley-oop. Remember the old alley-oop days? Or one of those basketball things you see in the NBA where they throw it up and the other guy stuffs it. That was just like a jump ball or something. Watch him. He does get hit as he throws it, but even before that, he throws it like he's throwing it out of a silo, straight up in the air. I tell you, he didn't see the reception.
No, he didn't. First and 10 at midfield. There's the ball play to Blunt. He gets about 7. Alvin Blunt stopped by Sean Dykes. Just over 9 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Dallas 24, the Jets 17.
They were talking to Gastineau from the sidelines. Everyone, ever since Mark Gastineau's been in the league, he's always been known as a pass rusher, and so everyone has always run draws inside of it. And they get in this game and they're doing it.
E.J. Jones in the backfield at fullback. That's Alvin Blunt. About a yard shy of a first down, a gain of 2. And Rose made the stop.
Gastineau on that play was taking his man on. He started to do a spin, and then the ball carrier ran right by him. That's Sal Cesario blocking him. He used to play for the Jets. Boom, Gastineau got the penetration. Cesario got him down. They were able to get by him. Sal Cesario was a rookie that was with the Jets a year ago, and then he went with the Cowboys. In this thing.
3rd and 1. Gotta hurry. Just got it off. Just barely got the first down. Alvin Blunt.
Well, the Cowboys are sending in their plays 2 ways. One with the wide receiver. You see Cornell Burbage taking in a play now. And then Danny White signals it in, too. So Kevin Sweeney is getting someone telling him to play, and then he's getting someone signaling him to play. Then he has something sticking out of his helmet.
They're already down to 11 seconds on the 30-second clock. They're going to have to hurry again. Like he's been crowned. Just got it off again. And the flea flicker. Kelvin Edwards, no. But a flag is down. Trent Collins was back there with him. Flag's in the end zone. And interference is going to be called.
That'll put the ball on the 1-yard line. Tell you, Kelvin Edwards is the guy that they were going to go
Defensive
to.
pass interference.
He has his man beat.
Fouls in the end zone. First down on the 1-yard line.
Trent Collins was a defender. The ball was thrown short, and he just ran into Kelvin Edwards. You know, that's a good way to get a pass interference penalty. You throw a deep ball short, and that will happen more often than not.
39 yards on the penalty. Edwards came off limping after the collision in the end zone. First and goal. E.J. Jones and Alvin Blunt behind Sweeney. Blunt headed for the corner and scampers into the end zone. A 1-yard touchdown run by Alvin Blunt.
That was the same type of play, though, Pat. Really, on the Jet touchdown, they got him outflanked. The Cowboys did the same thing to the left. So look, they take the motion man this way, and then they're going to get the outside man cut down right there, and then just get in a sprint to the corner. That was a pretty good block. It doesn't take much of a lead block if you can get that guy to put his hands down.
Zendejas hits the extra point and got hit himself. So with 6:59 left to play in the third quarter, it's Dallas 31, the Jets 17. Dallas 31, the Jets 17, 6:59 left third quarter. Zendejas set to kick off. Harper and Hunter back deep for the Jets. Harper. Dale Jones made the tackle after a return of 15 yards. .6:50 left third quarter. Dallas. Tony Dorsett trying to stay warm, has not seen any action.
And he's probably happy for it. I mean, they're winning and he didn't see any action. He said during the week, he said, one thing, it'd be hard to stay healthy with this inexperienced offensive line.
Actually, they've done a pretty good job. Rico over the left side, stopped by Dwyer again.
It sounds like pro football.
It does.
You hear those sounds. All those noises going down in there.
Not many people in the stands to drown out the noise.
They're cracking. They're cracking down in there.
It'll make it 2nd and 7. Miami's gone ahead of Seattle. Derek Gaffney from Norrie for a gain of 10 and a Jet first down. Jimmy Armstrong again, the defender.
Gaffney, you know, all the old Jet fans remember Derek Gaffney. He was an 8-year veteran, but he fell down on that play and just stayed down. And Norrie just hit him with the ball. That's not a bad way to do it. If you're going to fall down, face the quarterback. Work back. Watch him. He just goes down. He takes 2 knees. Oh, that ball hit the ground. Instant replay. Replay. They got to look at that again.
Well, they brought it back already.
Oh, they're still doing a replay anyway. Oh, I thought they called it complete. They didn't originally, huh?
They did originally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that goes right through to the ground.
6 minutes, even.
That was an incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
Conclusive evidence?
Very conclusive. 3rd and 7 at the 29.
What you hate is incomplete and inconclusive.
Norrie back to throw. Has a man. Michael Harper. And Harper gets enough for a first down. Robert Williams knocked him out of bounds.
Norrie is getting pretty good pass protection. Look, there's Too Tall Jones, there's Randy White, and there's Don Smirrick there. They get him out. Look, they give him a nice pocket there. An area to sit back, look, and throw the ball. That's not bad. That really isn't. I mean, they had their 3 veteran players in there, and those guys held them off pretty well.
Gain of 18, and they move the chains. First down, Jets. Norrie back to throw again. Going deep this time, and it's picked off by Tommy Haynes. And the Cowboys will take over, intended for Harper.
Good defense by Haynes, but it looks like he could have thrown it the other way. See, if he throws it outside, he throws it in to where Haynes was coming from. Haynes is coming right into it, and he gets the interception. Watch Norrie right now. Once it gets up there, he sees Haynes now. Of course, it's too late. What are you going to do?
So at 5:56 remaining in the third quarter. It's still Dallas 31, the Jets 17. Pat Summerall, John Madden, Dallas 31, the Jets 17 with 5:46 left to play in the third quarter. Evan Sweeney has played the entire game at quarterback for the Cowboys. Played well. This is Alvin Blunt. Alvin Couple over the left side. They'll make it 2nd and 8. Sweeney. Out of bounds, I believe, was Calvin Edwards. He did catch it.
You know, it was funny last night. Tom Landry told us about Calvin Edwards. You see, he's out of bounds there. And then we talked to Danny White, and he told us how much he liked Calvin Edwards. Then we talked to Kevin Sweeney, and he said how much he liked Calvin Edwards. So I would think that here's the guy who has a job for a day or a game anyway, but might come up with something longer than that. Might find some work. You can see he was a 4th-round draft pick, and he was with the Saints for a year.
Penalty against the Jets. I didn't hear what he said it was for. Roughing the passer. Somebody hit Kevin Sweeney. Kevin Sweeney.
Well, Kevin was throwing to Kelvin, who was out of bounds.
It is confusing, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of Kevins and Kelvin. A lot of White. 4 guys named White.
Again, it's Blunt breaking out of the pack and getting a Dallas 1st down before he stopped by Trent Collins. A gain of 13.
See, this offensive line of these Dallas Cowboys, Darrell Smith, Sal Cesario, he's a rookie from Cal Poly. Mike Zentek, who was a walk-on, who they had this big tryout, and he made it. They just brought him in just to be a snapper. He's 62. He's played. Bob White, Steve Sisowski. They've done a good job.
On 1st down. And again is Blunt. Again, he breaks a tackle and gets about 5. Radikowski on the stop.
And Mike Zentik was the guy that they brought in, the center. Watch him here, number 62, blocking here. They brought him in. They didn't even get him a playbook. And then Rafferty got hurt. Then all their centers got hurt. And the next thing you know, he was starting in the preseason game against the 49ers.
2nd and 5. The ball at the 47. The Dallas 47. E.J. Jones flanks out wide to the right. That's close. Somebody forgot to block Marty Lyons. Loss of 5. Let's again go to Jim Nance.
All right, Pat, I'm with Gary Myers from the Dallas Morning News. And Gary, you've been watching the game. What's your lead on this one going back to Dallas?
Well, it's the preseason all over again, Jim. The 4th quarter of preseason games has been the whole game here. The quality of play has been pretty awful, but it's really not anything unexpected. I don't think the owners felt that these games going to be anywhere near the quality of regular NFL games.
From your perspective, we know the fans are the real losers today. Who's the winner, the players or the owners?
Well, they're both claiming victory. The owners are saying they won because the games got played and they gave players an alternative. The union is saying, and I spoke to Doug Allen a little while ago, that these games are a travesty, that the attendance is terrible, the ratings are going to be down, so they won. So both sides really claiming victory.
Well, assuming the Cowboys stay right on with the lead here and pick up a victory, what would be the reaction back in Dallas to a Cowboy win by the fans there?
Well, so far the reaction to the replacement players has been great. They practiced one day and put them on a bus, and with some fans cheering them as they went back to the hotel. So I think the people in Dallas are really fed up with the players who are striking. So when these guys go back, Texas saying they're folk heroes already. They come back with a victory over the Jets, and they'll be received pretty well.
All right. So from your perspective, it's like preseason football.
Yeah, I just think this has been awful.
Let's go back to Pat and John.
All right, Jim, thank you. Buzz Sawyer back to punt. Michael Harper back deep for the Jets. Good snap. Line drive kick. Harper fields it at the 21. It's down at the 30. Robert Williams made the stop. 35-yard punt, 9-yard return, so they net 26. 2:43 left, 3rd quarter. Dallas up 31-17. 31-17 with 2:43 left, third quarter.
Everyone gets a jacket now. You see that? Look, the Cowboys had secured it. Now they got guys in jackets with oxygen. The guys that give out this stuff and bring this stuff in the bag got their own jackets. They got oxygen guys.
We got to know who they are.
Remember, you used to be an old bucket, and there was all the thing in and a ladle and stuff.
Flag is down. The pass to Scott Holman was complete. Norrie, a gain of 11.
There's that flag. You see, they have to weight it down so it'll stay in the ground. It's not just a plain old yellow flag. It has a weight in it. So when they throw it up, it comes down. See, and then it got some tape, and then it got some other brown stuff, some combinations up in there. The flag.
Yeah.
So it's just a yellow
Legal
flag.
formation, number 76, uncovered.
I think that flag there could make all mad. I'd like to have that. I'd like to carry something around like that in my person.
That looks like it would hurt you.
If you sat on it. That's why they never sit down.
Jets have now been penalized 7 times for 135 yards. The illegal formation brings it back.
Well, you expect that in a game like this. You know, they were talking there to Gary Myers. I don't know why someone always has to win and lose. I mean, these guys, I don't think either one of them should win. I don't know why does someone always have to be right and wrong or win and lose. Maybe they're both right. Maybe they're both wrong. You know? I mean, why does it have to be someone? Why? Tell these guys they're playing bad. They're playing as hard as they can.
Clean pass. Fumble. Dallas players around it, and they have it. Chirico lost the handle.
Well, he had a little help there.
Dale Jones came up with it.
The guy that hit him there was Russ Swan. And he really gives him a pretty good jolt. See this, Chirico gets the ball. Watch 57 come in there. He hits him from the left side, and the jolt of that hit went all the way through his body and popped the ball out the right side. Then someone says these guys are playing bad. It's a bad game. These guys are going there. I mean, there's some leather flying down there.
First down, Cowboys at the Jet 22. There's some collisions down there. Brent Collins. Let's now go back again to Brent Musburger for an NFL update.
Pat, maybe you and John have got some thoughts on a play that has worked in several of these games today. It's been the end around. This is James Brown of the Vikings. He's out of Wake Forest. He scores his second touchdown. He caught a pass for the first one. Keeps the Vikings in the hunt against the Packers. It's 20-14. Let's go back to Pat and John.
Here it's 31-17 Dallas. 2:22 left. Third quarter. Hand off to Blunt. He's got no place to go. Jim Haslett for a loss of 3.
They try and run that little quick draw in there, and Haslett was just sitting there in the hole waiting for him. Brent just showed that reverse there for a touchdown. We had a reverse here, and there was a penalty on it. We had a lot of penalties in this game.
Jets been penalized, I said a minute ago, for 135 yards already.
I thought that's one thing we'd have is penalties and turnovers.
Yep. 3rd and 8. They got to hurry again. Here comes the jet blitz. They pick it up. Here it is. It's going to be a touchdown to Spivey. Sweeney picked it up. There might be a penalty marker down.
I think so. There is a flag, and the Jets are saying that it's against the Cowboys.
And it's holding.
Was holding against the Cowboys. One good thing about it is Mike didn't work, so you don't know the poor offensive lineman who it was against. In fact, probably wasn't. It could have been against someone else. But they always blame someone. In Dallas, they'll probably blame the right tackle.
I think it was number 37. One of the whites. Gerald. They rake the ball back at the 30. It's 3rd and 18. Gobert. Here comes the blitz again.
I think poor old Darrell Smith moved again.
Start 75.
Yep.
Offense.
He's shaking his head. I've been trying so hard. I have to block that guy. And all they're trying to do, it's not that he's moving or forgetting the snap count. You just that you have to block a guy outside you. And you just know that you can't let him go. And so you start moving back just to get a jump. He's heard so much about Gastineau. Mark Gastineau this, Mark Gastineau that. He doesn't have any help. He's out there on an island. And all he does is he just starts leaning back a little.
3rd and 23. Again, they show blitz. No flags this time. But a touchdown to Kelvin Edwards. 35-yard strike from Sweeney.
Well, Kevin Sweeney was looking for Kelvin Edwards last night in the lobby. He came out here in the field, and he's been looking for him all day. Again, good pass protection. They're in the spread. They know it's a pass. Good pass protection out there on Gastineau. Gave him time. Edwards gets behind his man, and a perfect throw.
Edwards has 2 catches for 68 yards. Both catches for touchdown. Zendejas will try the extra point with Sweeney holding. He is perfect. And Dallas now leads 38-17. Penalty marker down on the extra point.
Point is good. 12 men on the defense. Take the 5-yard penalty on the kickoff.
I'll tell you one thing, Kevin Sweeney has a strong arm, and he can get the ball out in front and let his receivers run under it. And I think, you know, that the toughest protection is on a down like this shotgun when everyone knows it's a pass, and you get the big pass rush. And I'll tell you, Darrell Smith, the left tackle, got a penalty on the play before, but on the next play, the touchdown, he blocked Mark Gastineau well.
We're at Giants Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Jets and Giants both play. Mistakes today, miscues, 4 turnovers, 17 points by the Jets. 1 deflected punt, which led to 7 points. 8 penalties now for 140 yards. Pretty tough to overcome all that.
That is, but I will say this, that some of those were caused. I mean, we saw that one where Swan, when he put that hit on Chirico, that was a jolt. I mean, that was a major league hit. There's Cesario, that guy, he's from Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo, California.
We know somebody else from there?
Years ago, used to go there. It was called the Harvard of the West in those days.
Stepped in the end zone, but he had to bring it out. Eddie Hunter. Jeff Hurd made the stop.
There's Ernie, no, excuse me, that's Jim Erkenbeck down there, the offensive line coach. And there's Smith, the guy that blocked Gastineau in the last play. Of course, he's the guy that also got an early start a couple times. And Erkenbeck is drawing the plays. Jim Erkenbeck's a new offensive line, first year with the Cowboys. He's really done a good job with the group he had before the strike and the group that he's had after the strike.
He was looking for some guys with some bulk, and he's got them. Both on strike it off. Eddie Hunter again. 3. Close the game, 3 yards. Let's again go to Jim Nance.
All right, Pat, I'm with Jim Kinsel, the president of the New York Jets. And Jim, what does it do to your Jet pride? How painful is it to watch this out here today for you?
Well, it's difficult because it's not just Jets. It would be difficult for me if we were watching 2 other teams play because the circumstances are what bother me, what this has done to the game, to the industry.
Can the NFL afford another week of this?
The NFL will afford as many weeks as necessary.
What will the Jets do in the next week if you have to stay with the substitute players? What kind of changes would you make to bone up for next week?
We won't be able to make that many changes unless that many people cross the line, because there really aren't that many available players out there. I think that we've done a good job. Jim Royer, our personnel director, has corralled, the best available players.
You were an old sports writer for 15 years. If you had a column tomorrow, what would be your lead about this?
I would say that this game probably here dramatizes the whole problem. I would say that the competitive balance, because we're outmanned today, and I would say the competitive balance is a problem, and we are concerned about the competitive balance. Otherwise, we would grant the free agency.
All right, Jim, thank you. And let's hope this thing gets to a close here soon. Let's go back to Pat Summerall.
All right, gentlemen, that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Dallas 38, the Jets 17. We now pause for a word from your local station.
This is CBS.